Hello. Today we'll be playing Raincheck. So instead of continuing with the story, for this video we're going to play a side story. It's this Trick or Treat. It's a Halloween themed side story. After a festive Halloween celebration, Theodore, Will, and Javier decide it's time to head home. Yet they encounter something strange. In a forest grave, a ghost lingers with regret. Three souls wander, a fate forever met. Man, what a fun night. I hold back a chuckle as Javier fumbles towards the door, before giving him an annoyed look. Hey, Ro, just how many marshmallows did you stuff in your mouth at the end there? Enough to beat Lawrence. That's not the only thing he's good at with his mouth. Like you would know. Javier chuckles as Ro gives me a side glance and shrugs. Hey, good thinking on the werewolf costume. Very original and clearly took in a lot of effort. Why don't you howl for me? The fox nudges my side and starts giggling again at Will, seeing Javier just drunk stories and experience. I mean, he dyed his fur too, so it kinda is high effort. Must be a nightmare washing that off. I'm also surprised you're not cold. Exactly. You hear that? At least some of us put some thought into our costumes. Look at you. Hey, I'm a detective, clearly. So that's what you normally wear. See, that's not true. I tried really hard. I'm embodying the essence of Sherlock. I put a lot of time and effort to this. You're wearing the same shit you normally wear. Look at Theodore, he's actually trying. It was hard to put a pair of overalls at the last minute. Oh, come on, he's just wearing some clothes and any farmer at the farmer's market would wear. You don't even look like Sherlock. Where's the fucking hat? How about the pipe? Hat, pipe, alright. The two start bickering, but I can't help but smile. I'm not usually a fan of Halloween parties, but I'm glad they invited me. Their office party was surprisingly fun, and I gladly take that over being home and watching The Exorcist for the millionth time. We loitered outside for a bit, watching the rest of the party members disperse to the parking lot before we decided to make our way to Javier's car. We get into the car, and it's a tight squeeze in Javier's small sedan, except for Javier himself, of course. Remind me again why I agreed to let you drive. How much did you drink again? Yeah, I forget. Case in point. Lo starts the car and slowly exits out of the now empty parking lot and onto the street. Though the roads are entirely deserted at this hour, we still find ourselves halted at a red light. Listen, I still can't believe how late it fucking got. It's 2 a.m. We have work tomorrow. It's a weeknight. We have things to do. Oh, hey, wait. I know a shortcut. Better tell me before the light changes. I'm pretty sure there's a side street that cuts through the park and through this forest. Usually it's pretty jammed during the day, but it should be much faster at night. You just take it right there. Perfect. Ruth directs the car to the rightmost lane and turns into the direction towards the park. Javier speaks up, sounding completely bored, his paw tapping on the window. Shit. There goes my nightly 8 hours of beauty sleep. You get 8 hours, try 5. Sorry I got too excited with the pumpkin carving competition. You guys shouldn't have waited for me. You kinda had to. We drove you here. It's fine, besides you did end up whining. Huh? You did? How come I didn't hear about this? What do you make? 'Cause he spent 95% of the party by the bar. I called out a spider lily. Of course you did. And those Rose sort of trying to get his attention. You still entered. It was pretty fun. Next time, I've only had experience carving out cadavers, but they're the same thing, right? Maybe. Hey, that's right. Where were you anyway? I spent most of my time at the inn helping put things away. They were short-handed. More like Lawrence was there. You wanted to one-up him. What? You could have asked me. I could have helped too. Wouldn't ask a guest to help out at our office party. The fox sighs and shakes his head well. Well, thanks for taking the time to organize the party this year. I appreciate the right selection of Scots and gin. I don't know how you managed to get those company approved. Yeah, well, Javier said, I had fun. Are there any plans for a Christmas party? I don't know, is there? Will doesn't reply, his eyes focus on the road ahead. Hey, he's talking to you. Well, that's when I notice a sudden thick white fog envelop the car. Is it just me or did it just get foggy? What? When did it get this foggy? We can't even see 5 feet in front of us. Just now. I'm going to pull over. It's too dangerous to keep driving. Shit. A la mierda. This is serious. The car slowly comes to a halt along the side of the road, with all the headlights illuminating the hazy fog in front of us. Okay, the best thing to do is stay inside and wait for the fog to. Roll opens his door and steps out of the car before Javier can finish his sentence. Hey! I glance out the window, struggling to spot Ro, even though he's just a few steps from the car. Where the fuck are we? Huh? What do you mean? Come out and see. Cautiously, I step out of the car with Javier following closely behind. What? I don't see anything. This fog is too dense. I look ahead, and with the help of the car's lights, I'm barely able to make out what Ro's talking about. My jaw nearly drops when I see that the road ahead gives way to a moss-covered stone path. You guys see that, right? That looks so out of place. Where the hell are you? Where's the road? Ro takes out his phone but shakes his head in disappointment. Phone's fucking dead. Javier, can you check where we are? Javier and I take out our phones instead. I go up and look at Javier. His blank stare back confirms our results. I don't have service. I don't either. Strange. What do you guys want to do? What do you mean? Either we stay in the car and wait for the fog to pass or see where the path leads. Shit. I said we wait in the car. Look around and see the fog start to dissipate, but concern starts to grow as we realize we're completely surrounded by trees in all directions. I know it's really foggy, but did we somehow drive into a forest? Fuck, how the fuck did that happen? Well, you said I was drunk. You drove us directly to the woods. Now we're lost. Shut it. Whoa. After one last look around, I'm thoroughly convinced we might be lost. The trees tower over us ominously, as though hiding something in the saddles. I have a bad feeling about this. Me too, maybe we can try driving down the road or something. The wolf gets back inside the car and tries to start it. You're joking. Oh no. Not good. Wait, what happened? The car was running a moment ago. The headlights are on, but the car won't start. The wolf sighs heavily and stares at us unamused. Battery's dying, probably. You and Javier should stay in the car. I'll see where this path leads. Maybe I can find some help. Huh? No. No. N-O. I'm coming along. I don't feel safe in the car with Theodore. No offense, but I'm definitely coming too. I don't want to be alone either. The wolf shakes his head and sighs again. Alright, let's hope your car doesn't get stolen. The three of us tracked down the beaten stone path with Javier's handheld flashlight lighting the way. It's remarkably small, but incredibly bright for its size. Smize. I'm coming along. I don't feel safe in the car with Theodore. No offense. Though I'm definitely coming too. I don't want to be alone either. The wolf sticks his head and sighs again. Alright, let's hope your car doesn't get stolen. The three of us trekked down the beaten stone path with Javier's handheld flashlight lighted the way. It's remarkably small but incredibly bright for its size. If only Rose's phone wasn't dead and mine wasn't dying, we could probably use our lights. It's so dark when the moon's covered by the clouds. The fox lit up at least. I would have expected the forest to be more active at night. I glanced over, and despite his fur blending with the saddles, I'm able to make out Rose's outline in the dark. Yeah, where's the bugs? Like us, they're all asleep. Javier raised his phone around in the air. Still no service. What the hell is going on? How about you, Theodore? Anything? No, same as Javier. What was that? Jesus, calm down. It was just a rat or something. Sorry, I'm not a fan of this kind of environment. What's wrong with a nice relaxing walk in the forest? Scared of ghosts? Well, I wouldn't say scared, but it also doesn't help that it's Halloween. So well, Theodore. They've been scientifically proven to be mechanical resonance and ultra-low vibrations. Causing vibrations in your eyes and ears that create visual and auditory illusions. Well, we watched a documentary about this before. We won't look at Will or to have him shrug back at us. Who's to say? Not you too. Look, there's no need to be scared. The supernatural does exist. Though murderers and serial killers, on the other hand, those are extremely real. If you need a reason to be scared of those. But how do you explain the fog and the sudden stone path? Radiational cooling created a fog, which caused Will to drive us into the forest. There's always a simple, logical explanation for everything, I guess, but... what is it now? You guys didn't hear that? It sounded like it came from over there. I pointed down the road, the path, anxiously expected something or someone to suddenly materialize. Please, that could have been anything. I heard it too. Sounded like another person, but I'm not sure. Couldn't tell from the yelling. My face warms from embarrassment. Sorry. Rose stares down the path, his eyes searching for something. Who's there? Wolf yells into the darkness, and after a brief pause, he gives of a dismissive shrug. See nothing. Anyway, we should stay alert. Whatever it is, it knows we're here now. I swallowed nervously, fearful of the idea of something stalking us. Maybe it's just a rat, like Javier said, a high-pitched squeaking rat. So we turn back and wait in the car? Might as well. Think we see enough. You guys hear one sound and you decide to hightail it out of. On second thought, let's go back. I thought you said you're not scared of the supernatural. That sounds more like someone getting murdered, and we're not about to be next. Now, let's go. We turn around and Javier leads the way back. I just must try to walk alongside Will, who seems disinterested. You're not scared of what that noise might be? What would I be scared of? I don't know, a ghost. And something about all this feels really off to me. The fog, the trees, the path we're on. Listen, if a ghost comes to kill us, I'll come back as a ghost and get my revenge. I don't think it works like that. Don't worry. As long as I'm here, we should be fine. Yeah, that's right, and I'm here too. Javier flashes out his barely visible stun gun from his coat and grins. I guess. We continue walking along the path in silence, with Javier scanning the trees every couple of steps. That's right, he's still been back by now. Did we get lost somehow? Hey guys, it's taken us a while to get back to the car. Are we lost? We shouldn't be, but now that you mention it, that tree looks particularly familiar. They all look familiar. We're in the forest. I set my phone and see that over 30 minutes has passed since we got out of the car. Has it really been that long? I'm about to say something, but Javier's lights illuminate something that grabs my attention to a split second. Wait, shine that light over there again. The fox does a strut and reveals a small but distinct off-beaten path in the trees. Hey, was this here earlier? I don't think we passed by this earlier. No, it wasn't. Interesting. That's not. Hmm? Well, you see that just now? No. Just saw some lights over the distance. Will motions Javier for the light and proceeds to scan the new path. Lights? Logically speaking, cars. There should be some roads around the area. I guess that makes sense. Oh, hey, then that means we're not too far from getting help. I say we check it out. Hopefully, we can find some help. Following the new path, which gradually becomes a steep incline that demands much of my energy to navigate. Upon hearing the crows, my eyes dart to the trees ahead, but that's when I notice a faint orb-like light hover over the distance. Hey, guys, did you just see that? They're just crows. Javier sounds exasperated. I think his track is taking a toll of him. No, not that. I swore I just saw some lights over there. I'm pointing to the trees, but it's practically pitch black before Rose signs a light over there. Do you think? Good sign then. We're getting closer. Yeah, all this walking, I don't think the alcohol is doing me any favors. Javier hunches over, his posture a mix of resting his legs and fighting the urge to throw up. I walk over to Foster as I fan out my shirt from underneath my overalls and wipe off the sweat from my neck. I'm getting quite warm from all this walking. Yeah, can we take a break? Javier and I look around before noticing we're already halfway down the path. I guess not. We cut that out. Sorry. Ugh. The fox staggers towards the trees, appearing unsteady on his feet. I try to comfort him, but he weakly pushes me away with one paw. Don't touch me, I'm gonna throw. I immediately look away, try my best to avoid the sound and smell altogether. Gross. After a moment, he perches up and catches his breath. Yeah, okay, I'm good. Where's Ro? I can barely see a thing. Oh shit, that's right, I completely forgot. He went up ahead. You should really get going. He hunches back towards the tree. I don't think he's good. Are you okay? You go ahead. I just need another minute. I contemplate running after Ro without Javier, but that seems like a bad idea, being given more split up. I managed to fight the urge to yell for Javier's sake and instead panned around the trees behind me. Huh? For a second I swore I saw something. Now my eyes are playing tricks on me. I can't see shit. The front of my neck slowly starts to stand as I get the uneasy feeling that I'm being watched. It's eerily silent. The only sound is of Javier's shallow breathing. Also shaking. I'm absolutely terrified right now. Hey, there you guys are. A sudden bright light blinds me, making my blood run cold as I spot Rose's silhouette in the distance. What are you guys doing? Jesus Christ, I need to have a heart attack. I thought you guys were behind me this entire time. Clearly not. The fox stands up and takes a deep breath. Strange, I thought you guys were being silent. I heard footsteps behind me. Javier and I stare at each other in shock before I laugh awkwardly at Ro. Very funny. Ooh, it's Halloween spooky season. Nice joke. I'm serious. Oh. Am I guessing you didn't see anyone? Let's keep moving. I spot a clearing up ahead. I swear to God, I hope Ro isn't best with us. We silently follow the path among the trees and eventually come to a large opening. This is a cemetery, but I don't remember this being near the forest, let alone being this big. Well, so much for a fucking road. Where the hell are we? Countless rows of gravestones littered the field, spanning as far as I could see. I squinted my eyes for a moment. I swore I saw a faint ball, a light hover one of the gravestones before fading away. Over there. The wolf sweeps the light toward a group of tombstones in the distance. Before the others, a notably large tombstone stands out, illuminated by moonbeams that break through the clouds. Wolf starts making his way over, and I quickly follow along. Now I wanted to stray too far from our only source of protection. Hey, where are you going? Might as well check this place out while we're here. There might be another exit on the other side. My sleep. I'm going to look like an absolute mess tomorrow. Like you don't already. We walked briskly through the overgrown grass, navigating past tombstones on our way to the prominent gravestone at the center. What's a cemetery this big doing in the middle of the forest? Good question. I don't actually remember a cemetery ever being built anywhere near here. Didn't see any signs either. Well, we're here now, so it exists. Wait. Well, suddenly, one's ahead, leaving us in the darkness. Javier and I share mystified glances and decide to follow too, not wanting to be left behind. What is that? Do you see that? No. So I saw someone over here. Do you think it's a good idea to socialize with strangers in a cemetery at 2 in the morning? 'Cause I don't. You don't think it's a ghost, do you? At this point, I'd even ask a ghost for help if it means we can get back home. Give me back the flashlight. I can't trust you running aimlessly around with it. Fine. Ro tosses the light back at Javier. We keep walking until we approach the large white gravestone in the center. That's weird. Something strange about this one. Hey, it's blank. And this is the only blank one, too. Javier pans the light across the other tombstones nearby. You're right. All the others we came across had something engraved on it, but this one, that's great and all. Now can we find a way out? There's a sudden strange aura that radiates from the gravestone, seemingly drawing my gaze towards it. I squint, trying to get a good look at it through the low light while walking towards it. Javier, can you aim the light towards the top? I brushed off the foliage and moss covering the surface, revealing some kind of inscription written below. No, this can't be. I slowly take a step back and swallow hard, shocked beyond belief. Here lies Theodore, unable to move on from the loss of his father. I turn around and see the others shocked, with their gazes locked on the tombstone. My ears flatten, my body suddenly experiencing waves of chills. You guys see it too, right? How would they know about my father? What are you talking about? Who cares about your father? How did they know me? What? I don't think we're seeing the same thing. Either. Can you read out what you see? Here lies Theodore, unable to move on from the loss of his father. Javier. The memory of Javier, running forever away from the past. I think I see a pattern here. What about yours? Within this hollow ground west row, abandoned by all except himself. There's no way you guys are pulling my tail. The fox takes out his phone and snaps a photo of the tombstone. Here, this will prove it once and for all. We all gather around and stare at his tiny phone screen. Photo's completely pixelated. He takes another photo, this one being even blurrier than the last. What the hell? I just got this phone. The fox's phone suddenly powers off. We're all left staring at each other. Faulty battery. I swear to God, I'll never order this brand ever again. Look, it's not impossible we're all seeing different things. And it's not possible that I've driven us into a circle of trees, but here we are. There must be a completely logical explanation for all this. Well, what is it then? Let me think. I step back at the gravestone. The contents remain unchanged. What do you think this means? I don't know. Seems it's really paranormal, does it? This remind you of that one film you watched? Oh man, I watched so many. You mean the one with the ghost? What the last time? Ghost stole it. Is this? The fuck was that? My blood freezes and I find myself gazing at the others in shock. That sounded really close by. Sounds like the same noise we heard earlier. It was probably the wind. You guys are worrying over nothing. I look around us, checking over each gravestone to see if I can spot anything out of the ordinary. Nothing. I know there's a lot of hiding spots around, but it felt like the noise came from over there. I point across from us and into the woods some several hundred feet away. Then let's check it out. What? And get ourselves killed? What if it's a murderer or a ghost and possesses us? Theodore's partially right. For once, I'd rather not have his blood all over my clothes if it is a murderer. Hey, you're not helping. It didn't sound like the wind. Will tilts his attention back to the woods, spotting a large flock of crows taking flight from where I heard the noise. Sully's there. We should probably get out. And do you think that's the wind? No, but why the hell is someone quiet at this time of night? Exactly, I'll check it out. Pass a light. Javier hesitates before complying with a sign. All while I'm busy shaking in my boots. Go have fun getting murdered. Theodore, you stay here with Javier. I shake my hand with refusal. We shouldn't split up. I think we should all go. Do you guys hear yourselves? We should be leaving. We could be walking into trouble for all we know, like a serial killer. Perfect, then I can ask them how to leave this fucking place. Will silently heads towards the tree line, and I reluctantly follow him since he's the only one with the light. Eventually, Javier joins the trails behind after a moment of self-deliberation. Do you have any idea what's going on, Ro? Will turns around and cautious brows at me. I'm serious, and all this shit doesn't add up. Like that gravestone. What the hell is up with that? It's like it's taunting me. About your father. Yeah. He tries to comfort me with a pat on my shoulder. We'll figure this out. That's right and all, but could you pass back the light if we're not moving? I'd like to see more than 10 feet in front of me in case we get ambushed. Let's keep going then. The three of us stand in front of the forest's edge just past the cemetery, expecting around for the sound. It's quiet. Great, then let's leave then. Shh. We all stand still, the eerie sound of the wind being the only noise around us. I pull out my cell phone, initially confused by what I see, but quickly fear takes over, making my fur stand on end. Guys, it's 8 a.m. What? The two peer over and stare blankly at my screen. What kind of Blair Witch bullshit is this? I don't know, but I got goosebumps. This makes no sense, Theodore. Is your phone broken or something? It shouldn't be. I barely used it tonight since the battery was dying. Got any logical explanations? Now, Javier, looks like neither of your phones are working properly. I'm not sure. Something's messing with us. I agree. Something's weird going on, and I don't like it. It's a ghost. They're doing all this weird shit. I'm sure of it. How many times do I have to tell you guys there's no such thing as ghosts? You guys have your priorities twisted. We should be scared of the living, not the dead. But what about the tombstone? Okay, fine. Do whatever. I don't want any part of it. The font storms off past us and backs towards the cemetery. If you guys get attacked, don't expect me to save you too. I look over to Ro, unsure what to do. It's fine. Knowing him, he'll be back in a few minutes. He knows we're right. Yeah, I guess. To be honest, The wolf puts a digit to his mouth and points towards the forest. He motions towards the trees and turns off the flashlight. Do you hear that? His whisper is barely audible, and I reply back with a slow nod. We slowly creep towards the trees, the crying becoming louder but distorted. And several runs through my body, making the fur sound end. I can't make out a thing they're saying. Why did you? It's near impossible to see in front of me, even with my night vision, but I'm almost certain the voice is right behind one of these trees. We inch closer until the voice is as loud and clear as it can get. What do you... It stopped. The light suddenly turns on, blinding me for a moment as I brace myself for whatever horror awaits. Wait, there's nobody here. What the fuck? What? The wolf reaches down and picks up a locket from the grass and inspects it. This is one of those half-heart lockets. Looks like we got that outside. There's a picture of a young male lying in the suit. Rose shows me the locket in the palms of his paw. This looks time-worn. Here, you hold on to it. I don't have space in my pockets with these jeans. With the way they're posed in the picture and how rusted the locket is, I wouldn't be surprised if it's over a century old. Southern answer on that. Albert. Ah! Whoa, Theodore, help! Javier scream slices through the night, a wild primal sound that sends a jolt of fear through me. Without a second thought, Ro and I roll around our paws pounding against the forest floor as we race back towards him. Go! We sprint back towards the graveyard, our breaths ragged from yelling out for Javier, but he never replies back. We find Javier huddled on the ground, his arms wrapped tightly around himself, his body shaking uncontrollably. I saw it. Saw what? Did you hit your head or something? No, you mutt. I know what I saw. It was a ghost. It came out of the white gravestone. What? What happened? I thought you didn't believe in ghosts. I don't know. I don't remember. 1 minute I was staring at the gravestone, and the next a large white shadow came flying out from underneath and straight at me. You're not hurt, are you? No, I think I'm fine. Where did the shadow go? I don't know, but we have to get out of here. Did you guys hear that? It's the same voice as earlier. Voice? You're right. It sounded like it's coming in all directions, though. You'll never leave me. I glanced around, searching for the mysterious voice until I spotted no more than 50 feet away from us. Their bodies illuminated by the moonlight, but they're too far to know any distinguishable features. We, ever again. One! We bow our hearts pounding in our chests as we race towards the path we came from. I turned my head to see the figure hovering directly at us and gaining speed. We reached the opening we came from, but the path was gone, swallowed by a wall of gnarled trees and thick undergrowth. Where the fuck? No. This can't be happening. Where's the exit? We turn around, but see nothing with a flashlight. Is it gone? Did we lose it? It's a fucking ghost. It could be anywhere. Ah, help! It got me. We turn towards Javier, but see him quickly sink below the soil with roots dragging him on his feet. Will jumps headfirst towards Javier, attempting to pull him out, but it's too late. Fuck. Dig. I walked over to Ro, and we both started digging the straw with our paws, but to no avail. Javier's gone. He got dragged down. We slowly get up, and I look at Ro in horror. What the fuck just happened? Ro doesn't respond as he shines his light to an out-of-place tombstone just a couple of feet from us. There shouldn't be a tombstone there. That wasn't there when we got here. We cautiously approach the tombstone, looking around us to make sure there's no ghosts around. Shivers shoot down my spine as I read over the text inscribed in front of me. In loving memory of Javier, forever, running away from the past. What the fuck is going on? This is fucking insane. We're gonna fucking die. We're next. Fucking hell, relax. How can I relax? He's just... Forget Javier. We need to leave. Look. I point over in the direction of the large gravestone. It's the same figure. The wolf grabs onto my arm and starts running into the forest. Where are we going? Out of here. Run as fast as we can, dodging branches and avoiding rocks. There ahead, an opening. I leap out of the trees and try to catch my breath. Am I losing my mind? This is right where we entered from. No, that's impossible. There's no way we ran. I see it. Quickly follow me. We'll start sprinting along the forest's edge, and I quickly follow behind. We make a last-second turn into the trees and crouch behind some tall grass. We have to smash it. What? What the hell are you talking about? The tombstone, Javier said, came out from that set, right? So let's fucking break it. What are you saying? That won't do anything. You got any better ideas? Will 6 meters by my shoulders. Thank you, Theodore. What the hell do we do then? Wait. You might actually be right. Turn to a tombstone with the same epithet, right? In piecing together what we heard earlier, the ghost could be some kind of manifestation of their losses. And they've been trapping people here since. I go hard realize there's hundreds and not thousands of gravestones around. Don't ever leave me again. We both peek out from the tree and see the figure gliding towards us from the white tombstone. See, it's coming this way. He grabs my arm and we start running towards the apparition. Ro? My breath is uneven, my voice is coarse, and as I'm practically screaming at this point, we need to break the stone. By running towards the ghost? Just trust me. Ro swiftly moves ahead, and I struggle to match his pace now, yet the terrifying thought of being pulled into my own grave propels me forward, my heart pounding and legs sprinting. I gun down the row after row, slowly following the light coming from Ro. The ghost suddenly disappears into the ground as it gets closer to us. I thought it was going to get us. Ro suddenly turns around and runs towards me. It picks me up. Ro, what the hell are you doing? The large white shadow disappears into the ground below us, and I can feel us quickly sinking down. Ro, it got us. No, it's got me. He shoves the flashlight into my paws before throwing me forward with all his strength. Go, point the fucking walk. I managed to catch my landing and run as hard as I can towards the walk. Tears start streaming down my face as I run, hearing Ro struggle behind me. Ro, Javier. I make it to the white tombstone and hesitate upon seeing my own epitaph before me. I turn around and see the figure off in the distance quickly make its way over. Fuck, what did I do? I try to kick the tombstone, but it doesn't budge. I try pushing it over, but it doesn't budge. I'm not gonna let Ro and Javier die in vain. I take several steps back and run at the tombstone with all my strength, going for an all-out tackle. Oh fuck, pain radiates from my left shoulder downwards, and I'm barely able to stand. I examine the stone and see a small crack on both sides, but that's about it. I start to feel my body sink into the soil below. No. I grab onto the gravestone with all my might, hoping I'll be able to pull myself out. I slowly start sinking to my knees, then my waist, then my chest, and I suddenly stop as my arms grip tightly on the rock. My paw and arms start burning, but I'm not sinking anymore. I think I might be alive. I think. The gravestone suddenly snaps into two, causing me to plummet into the ground. I try to scream, but there's no sound, and storm and darkness surrounds me. I will crawl from my chair, gasping for air as I feel my body. Tears roll down my face as well, and Javier stared at me. Oh God, my ears. And I thought I was drunk. Good, you're finally awake. What? Well, Javier, you guys are alive? I would sure hope so. I wiped the tears off my face and catch my breath. Looked like you were having a nightmare with how you were mumbling and moving in your seat. You okay? I ignored Will's question and stared outside the car window. We're outside Javier's apartment. When did we get here? Just now? Will and I were trying to wake you up, but you were tossing and turning in the bed ever since we left the office. I take a moment to collect myself, trying to calm my nerves and control my shaking. We heard bits and pieces, something about a gravestone. I explained how we were taking a shortcut and ended up getting trapped in the forest by a thick onset of fog. How we were following down a path until we came across a cemetery. How we stumbled upon our graves that sold our biggest regrets and losses. How we heard and saw the ghosts, and ultimately how we died. This is exactly what you get for making me watch top 5 disappearances with you the other night. I do like the part where Javier died first though, eh? How inaccurate. I would have been the first one alive if that actually happened. The only part of that dream you characterized me right was the fact I don't believe in ghosts. Extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence that there's none with ghosts. Oh, I heard that quote before. You mentioned it earlier. Wasn't that by Albert Einstein? No, Carl Sagan. Now I don't blame you for not knowing. You're not as cultured as I am when it comes to... Wait. Albert, the locket. I completely forgot about the locket. It's in my pockets, but they come out empty. Are you looking for this? The woman pulls out the same left-sided heart locket from earlier. I stare blankly at Will. How do you have that? Good question, I don't know. I just found it in my pocket. I see what you guys are trying to do. Real funny, trying to spook the fossil Halloween and get me back for drinking too much tonight. You think I'm gullible, but nice try. I'm pretty much sober now. Will and I stare at each other before looking back at Javier. I'm serious. I've never seen this before. I said no. They weren't in my pockets when I was feeling for the car keys earlier. And I wouldn't have been able to slip them in your pockets if I was asleep. Cut the crap, guys. The fox steps out of the car and makes his way towards his apartment. You two ghost hunters can jerk each other off about the locket all you want. I'll be waiting in the lobby. I know what's inside the locket. My voice is a whisper as I try to recall the events from my nightmare. Tell me. It's a young-looking lion in a suit. There's a small inscription on it with the name Albert. My eyes fixate on Rose pause as it slowly opens and studies the locket, his eyes glowing wide in terror. He looks back at me with a lifeless stare before throwing the locket out of the window. You know what? Fuck that.